One of the most annoying things about working in a co-working space is to shoot anything like this, I have to come in the evenings. Why am I bending over loads? It means I have to come in the evenings to shoot anything like this, because obviously I'm not going to do this with people sat around me. But one of the downfalls of that is every time I come in, I have to get all my stuff out every time, which is so... Yeah, I obviously don't need... That's my food. If you don't recognise this, this is from the launch film me and Jonesy made for Collective. Hey. It's blue. Or was it more like a teal, turquoisey blue? I don't know. I'm colourblind. Anyone else can't get enough of this song? Nope, just me? Okay, that's cool. I just realised I haven't actually told you guys what this... You guys sound strange when I don't have many subscribers. What am I talking to you guys about? I said it again. I basically want to run through a little bit my process into making a video, mostly from an audio perspective. So like what I mean by that is I feel like music is such a key part of the video, and it's something that's often kind of overlooked. Typically with a lot of edits, people would shoot everything first and then cut something together, and then they just swap out some music at the end or whatever and just try other tracks. Whereas I actually like to start with the music to figure out the whole vibe of the video. And then like from that, after you break it down, you can imagine the shots and you can build the shots around the waveform in the soundtrack. When I say waveform, in case people don't know, it's the actual, it's the lines, the frequencies that make up the audio track. Okay, progress. So that will be one of the first things I do with a client is come up with the script. Like often the client will kind of lead the script and they'll know the contents, and then I'll kind of comment on things. But whilst they're doing that, I'm coming up with finding music, listening to hundreds of songs, coming up with a selection that they can listen to and recommendations that I can give them, and trying to create a sort of vibe for the video purely with a draft voiceover and a preview of the music. Come over here. Come over to me.
Come here to me.
Let's get you higher up. That looks pretty sick, actually. Okay, so here I am. I'm sat in front of my computer. Premium Beat is really good for music. I've got an Artlist account a few months ago, which I'm also finding is quite good. Premium Beat has like the really hard-hitting beats, and there's so much like stock music, stuff that like sounds like stock music out there. Let's have a listen to some of this. Now obviously the complete limit you have with all of these stock websites is that you can't edit any sounds in there. So if there's one sound in there you really hate, you're kind of a bit stuck and you have to work around it. That's good. Forgot I was making a video a little bit. Yeah, so those are tracks from Artlist, and I'm gonna favorite that. Basically the main thing is you're thinking about the kind of vibe you want in the video, whether it's, I don't know, exciting or like mysterious. You're thinking about that sort of thing. Thinking about what you want the final video to be, and you're trying to find soundtracks that will work for that. And that varies completely with different projects, so there is no right or wrong. Oh, no, not that one. Recognize that one though? Do we recognize that one? Hey? Sam, don't be... Check, this is just... I can't wait to use this on something. Artlist has some wicked tracks on there. Premium Beat does as well. I'm not going to go through Premium Beat. I don't even know why I'm going through Artlist because this video isn't about that. So let's move on. So yeah, once you've got your track, you've whacked it in the timeline, You've put a draft voice over the top. I always do a draft voiceover just so the client gets an idea of what's going on and what the dialogue is. Or there might not be any voiceover, which is totally fine too. But yeah, I basically get the audio kind of down first, and I'll end up with a storyboard video, and I'll literally like just do some sketches of or some reference pictures of what I think could work where, and even deliver that to the client, even though it looks really rough. But it's fine. Just explain to them what the situation is. And I'll give you a little preview of something of what that looks like now. This isn't meant to look good.
Grading stuff can be frustrating. I know it can. There's some elements you'll be really good at and others you'll be shit at. Like I was always really good at the editing stuff.
So I might have to turn the lights on, which is gonna lose the vibe. So yeah, I just want to be able to explain on this board, on this thing here, I'll explain a bit about blech. Do we remember that? Okay. I need some paint. Okay, I just realised I don't have any paintbrushes. Or I do, but they're in there somewhere. I'm gonna get involved in that right now. Okay, so we've got our audio track, which is cool. It's really hot in here. So we've got audio track, which is cool. We just need to put that into your editing software, and with that you'll get like a 3.5 minute track. And you might be thinking, oh shit, you might be thinking, I only need a 30-second video, 1 minute video, whatever. So let's get this up. Let's get this up on here. It's a terrible idea. Nope. I need music and I need a brush. I missed the box that was right on the top of that pile earlier on, and that said the paint stuff on it. Okay, so this is our waveform. This is what you'll see when you drop your track that you like into Premiere. I know I keep saying Premiere. You can obviously you might use any other editing software, but I'm so used to Premiere, I'm just gonna say Premiere. Okay. Yeah, this is what it's gonna look like, ish. And so like there is no right or wrong to any song structure. Every single song has most songs have different structures, especially tracks on Premium Beat and Artlist. But you really want to try and kind of roughly get an idea of how the structure of the song is. And most songs are made up by 4x4 timing, which is 4 beats to every bar. So maybe there's 16 bars for verse 1, and then there's a chorus here. A chorus is a section of the song which kind of repeats itself, is the hook, it's the main kind of yes bit of the song. And then we've got a verse 2 part, that might look something a bit like that-ish. Chorus, and then a kind of a middle 8 part. And like the middle 8 part is like, it's not the same as the verse, it's not the same as the chorus, it's kind of a bit of in between, it's its own section on its own. I don't know why it's called the middle 8, often it's towards sort of the end of the song. But that's typically in pop songs, and these songs are a bit different, so the structure is different. But I just think the main thing is, it's really important to, when you put that song into Premiere, whatever, you mark it out and you break it down a little bit. You listen to it all and just try and figure out which parts might work for which parts of your video, and just section it out. Put some markers down and listen, and play it out a little bit, break it down. Okay, so let's break it down. Let's break it down in this bit. Let's break it down. Cue music. Again. There's a bridge right there. Okay. Okay, so as you can see here, we've got our 3-minute track we started out with that we've cut down to 1 minute. I liked the first verse, so I've nabbed that and the intro as well. So I put that into another layer. But I prefer the second chorus, so I've stolen that instead of this one because there was a guitar part on this that I liked, so I wanted to use that there. And then the outro, I've just nabbed from the outro as well, and maybe cut that in half because we've only got 1 minute to do it. So that right there is my starting point for the whole video. Before anything's filmed, literally before any of the production starts, music's done. I might add a draft voiceover to that if there is one, so let's just do that quickly. So I've got my voiceover track here and my music track here. And then with that, what I might do is draw some storyboards. I'm crap at drawing. They're not very good drawings, but it's all about visualizing at this point. Any reference pictures, drawings, stuff like that on top, send that to the client, like I showed you earlier, so that they can have a look at it. And then is that it? That's kind of it at that point. That might sound like it's not very like useful or much information, but I kind of feel like a lot of people don't work like this, and I think you should all try it. Wait, I need to explain this properly. I sit down. Okay, so let's explain this, finish this off with some vibes. We need the vibes back. Okay, these aren't great vibes, but maybe they're a bit better than before. I'm really sorry if that seemed kind of obvious. I didn't... Woo, it's still really hot here. Fan. Yeah, baby. Yeah, so I didn't want that to seem like I was, what's that phrase? Teaching suck eggs, something. I don't know, I thought I'd kind of break it down a bit and go into as much detail as possible, so at least, I don't know, maybe someone who doesn't know can find some parts that are useful. And like, this is just something that I've kind of, the way I've been working on the larger projects. I wouldn't do it for a video like this, but for some of the bigger stuff, I definitely would. This is like a kind of a rough example of the Don't Be Ordinary film that I've done recently in Paris with Dave. So like for that was entirely music first, voiceover on top, and then total like visualize what that could be and what we need to shoot. Like that's one of the main like good things about doing it this way, is that you're actually way more organized because you know what stuff you need to shoot. So like I visualized before that we need a lot of travel stuff going to Paris. So the first whole part of that section, I knew we needed to get stuff from the airport and taxis or whatever. And then on the drop of the music, there was going to be the hyperlapse of the Eiffel Tower, streets, whatever. And that was all totally planned out. And not only do I think you get better stuff because of it, it actually gives you more excitement to produce it in the first place. Like that's what gave us the energy to go to Paris, because we were like, oh shit, this is gonna be really hot. So yeah, think about it, give it a try, let me know how you get on. And yeah, just as well, another really quick little tip or whatever, listen to specific beats, specific claps, specific whatever bits of the track you can use, and think about how you can incorporate that into the video. So again, with the Paris one, there was a little break there that I kind of weirdly added in, I used from another section, but that was in the soundtrack, and I put that in and planned that for the click on the camera. Little things like that, little moments that can just kind of, I don't know, give it that bit of a juice, pizzazz. Cool, let's go home, job done. Now for packing down. This literally will take me half an hour, 40 minutes. I need my own studio. Maybe next year.